You know that well-known phrase, you can never have too many tents?
No, don't know that one.
I've just made it up.
Back in the woods. Yeah, new tent tonight, nature hike. What is it, Cloud Tunnel 2?
Yeah.
We've put this up in the garden, and I must say, I do really like it.
I really like this tent.
We'll show you, but this is going to be like a camp video, you know, slash first look at the tent, because we was going to do 2 videos, but then we thought, nah, I'll have a beer and forget that idea. We'll just do one. Yeah, so camping in the woods, but we'll show you some details of this tent. It is a good tent, and I do like it, and I think we're going to put it up in a minute, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Yep, cool.
Yep, the tent that is.
Yes, not my penis. Christ. Right, so I just want to talk about weight distribution of this tent quickly. Obviously, it's marketed as a 2/3 person tent, but realistically it's a 2. Certainly not a solo tent, so I wouldn't be expecting anyone to carry it on their own. 2.6 kilograms overall. I know that might sound heavy to some, but it is a big tent, so if you are a couple that camp, you know, or whatever, a couple of lads, a couple of girls.
Yeah, it's not bad, because normally what we do is Gareth carries a tent, and then I carry pegs and poles, and then the ground sheet if it's wet. If it's not wet, we don't bother taking that with us.
Right, so I've got the fly sheet and bedroom there. I've stuffed it into a dry bag, so you can kind of get an idea next to a size 10 walking boot. It's it fits. We take 40-litre rucksacks, and it fits easy with all the rest of the stuff in there. And Zoe's got the poles and pegs. So the weight of the bit I carry is 1.9 kilograms, and Zoe is carrying the rest with the poles and the pegs. So, you know, with 2 of you, it's not unreasonable to, you know, weight distribution and stuff. But that's how we split it anyway. Right, so let's get it up. No rude jokes. And now she's erect. Just stand next to the tent, Zoe, just to it's a big tent for a while, you know. I think it is anyway. It's probably
yeah, it is.
It's up there with the bigger ones we've got. So just taking for a quick brief walk around the outside. Vent at the front, you've got the same at the back. Now this door is kind of a multifunctional door. I'll show you that in a minute. Guy lines, to be honest, the guy lines could do with being a bit longer. They're not fully extended now, but even when fully extended, I personally think they need to be a bit longer, but that's easily done. And then the back, you've got a bit of a kind of a wild country vibe going on there with little micro poles at the back, just to, you know, give you a bit of a, I don't know, I suppose that gives you more headroom in the back with it raised up a bit. But yeah, that's the outside. Nice colour as well. I do like the nature hike green that they use. It does kind of disappear nicely into the woods. Obviously it doesn't close up with a camera here, but when you're further away, the colours do blend in quite well, don't they?
They do, yeah.
So I think Zoe's going to open the flaps now, and we'll have a look inside.
It's my usual job, isn't it? So this is the first configuration. It's like a porch.
You can cook under here.
You could, it'd be great if it's raining, because you could just sit right underneath it, and then you'd have all this space on the floor, and you can see right out, which is quite nice.
So you do need a couple of walking poles or branches.
Yeah, improvise with branches, you would. And this is the second way that you can have the door, so you've got more of a kind of porch shelter. Which is also a really big porch. You can easily get your rucksacks and everything in there, boots and the lot.
Yeah, it's not bad. Either door, so you can open either side. So obviously open both sides and just have the middle bit. Don't know why you would, but you could.
But you could. Yeah, so you can have the porch facing whichever way you preferred, which would be quite handy if it's windy one way.
Yeah, definitely. But it's I like the way it's multifunctional. And there's a third way as well.
Yep.
Zoe's thinking, what is it? I'll show you that. And this is the third way, so the whole front is just rolled back like that. So if it is a nice, you know, no risk of rain or anything, you can open the mesh up on the door there. Do you want to just open the door up and have a look inside? So you've got a secondary mesh on that, so if it is a hot sticky night, which it is tonight, 22 degrees in the car on the way here, and that was at sort of 3:30, 4 o'clock. So it's
yeah, so there you go, you've got your secondary mesh there.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot sticky night tonight, Zoe.
In all the wrong ways, I know.
Yeah, in the wrong ways, but
Yeah, but it's a really, really big tent.
it is. It's massive.
Take the pine cones in with me.
Yeah, why don't you just make it all musky? It's not as if we've got to sleep in it, is it?
No.
So the top half and the back is
All
big,
mesh.
big bit of mesh. Pocket either side there, but you would fit 3 in it, you know, if you was having an orgy. But it's
If you like being snug.
yeah, but it's a cracking. It's 2-man tent. It is,
Yeah,
you know, for the weight of less than a Banshee 300. If you are looking to get something you can, well, Zoe could nearly stand up in there, I reckon. I've spent a good few hours in a Banshee when it's been raining, and it's not a nice place to be because the roof is so low. So you know, this is lighter. It's a 20D ripstop silicone coated nylon stuff, so it is like, you know, the real thin lightweight fabric, which is the reason they can make it this big and still be reasonably light. So I don't think for the size of the tent it's an unreasonable weight, but
no, you've got to love a tent you can sit completely up in, really, to be honest.
yeah,
It's so easy.
I mean, I'll put a link in the description to, you know, where to buy it from. That will have all the specs and dimensions things. I'm not going to bore you with all that. We're on a camp, we're having a beer. Just wanted to show you really more than anything. So I'm not sure how we're going to have the door tonight at the minute. We might put the poles back in and do that. Like I say,
that anyway.
yeah, oh yeah,
Mesh.
definitely
With the mesh.
lots of airflow
It's
going
quite
in.
nice, it's like a massive window.
Well, you're not going to be sitting up looking out the window all
Well,
night.
you do, don't you? When you wake up in the night, you just go, and then you lie down again.
So Zoe's going to be sat up lots tonight then, I take it. But yeah, not tested in the rain or anything yet. But out of all the nature hike tents we've tested, and you know, out in the hills and the woods and bad weather, not one has let in a single drop of rain, has it?
Nope, not at all. We even slept on a river, didn't we, one night? So even the bottoms are great, really
Yeah.
waterproof.
So those who saw that video, we actually pitched it, and a flood developed in the night, and we woke up to a river running underneath the tent, and it didn't leak a drop. But they seem, for the price, well, regardless of the price, they're really, really reliable tents. Like I say, we've not had any issues with them in wind or the wet or anything like that. But yeah, I think we'll rejig that door and get a few things set up for camp, I think.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in watching the camp video, then you know,
Stay with us.
yeah, stay with us.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, we're here all night. So right, time for a can of pop. Just been and collected a load of firewood as well, so that stuff down there. Ah, sugar. That's from carrying it in my rucksack. Yeah, that's for the firebox, and then that's for slightly bigger fire later. But bought these in a cool bag with an ice pack. Can't do this one-handed, but as I said, it's a baking hot day. Don't begin with that, none of that. Foster's in no beer crap and all your beer snobs and stuff. It's falling on deaf ears. I drink it just as a cold drink. I don't really want to get hammered or anything tonight because it's a weeknight. I'm being sensible for once. And out comes the one Tigress Evil Eye stove. This is always a fun thing for me to watch. Obviously I don't show it in real time because let's face it, who's got 24 hours to sit watching a video? I'll tell you what, I love the stove. It's a really good stove. It's a pain in the arse to put together. It's not going well, is it, Zoe?
Nearly there.
No, I meant just life in general.
Just start filming.
She had fun on a paddleboard. She got stuck in the mud, and like proper stuck. And I was trying to distinguish whether she was actually laughing or crying, because she got one foot in the mud and like proper clay mud, and she got stuck, and she got the other foot stuck, and she's like, "Go, help!"
Yeah, you just can't believe how hard it was sucking. That mud was just ridiculous, trying to get your foot out.
I can imagine, Zoe. Thanks. But anyway, I came to the rescue, and I pulled her out like a hero, and then threw her back in.
I did wonder if I was going to be like there forever, to be honest. It was that bad.
I did think about it, but you know, those clothes won't iron themselves.
Ironing.
That was a joke before the women go, "You male chauvinistic pig." So because this is our local, we leave a bin bag with some couple of tools and like a old baking tray and a grill, because it's somewhere we come back to regularly. So gonna have a bigger fire later tonight because Zoe likes a bigger fire. So I'll just get it on. Whoa! Did you think what was in there?
No.
Yeah, you did. You stepped back.
So everything's a bit dry.
There's your bath water, Zoe.
Yeah, there we go. There's a nice bit of a bog with some water in. So we're just going to damp the area where we're going to have the fire.
Damp that.
Damp the log.
Actually, can you move the log after I've wet it so I can wet underneath?
Yeah.
Just let it soak in because it's everything's bone dry at the minute. Just gives it.
We're not having the fire on the floor. Obviously, we are actually having it in the baking tray and then in that.
Yeah.
But it's just to make doubly sure, just because it's a very hot, sunny day.
Here we go. Just gone with this setup. So fire pits raised off the ground. And I've literally doused that with 2 full baking trays worth of water, so if it does dry out through the night because of the heat, we'll just reapply, you know, put more water down because we've got a container we can grab some out of the bog, and not the bog as in the toilet.
No, bog. Yeah,
the bog with all the water in. Yeah, just keep it nice and moist so it doesn't burn anything. You got to be so careful when it's dry. We're not one of these that's like, no, you shouldn't have a fire. There is certain places you shouldn't have a fire, but I think you're going to have a fire anyway. I think the woods feels the most natural place, doesn't it?
It does.
Obviously not on the moors or, you know, things like that, but in the woods, definitely, if you're careful, obviously.
When you're trying to blow your mat up, but you don't want to let the midges get in. Blowing it through the hole.
There's the valve, look, no, it's gone inside. Well, it works.
Well, yeah.
If you open all the door, all the insects come in, don't they? So,
They do.
Top tip from G&Z.
Yep.
When you see someone else blowing and you just want to give it a good blow yourself. It's terrible, isn't it? It's absolutely terrible. I do apologise. Right, Gareth's hungry. It's 25 to 8. Gonna get this lit using a natural bushcraft method tonight. It's called a makeup pad soaked in melted wax. Get in there. Ow! Right, get some tea on the go.
It'll burn your arm hairs like you did on the barbecue last week.
I'm surprised I've got any hairs on my body at all. I'm just always burning hairs off things. Well, not all things, but some things.
Some things.
Some things.
Now they're all having weird mental visions of what they think we may or may not do.
Well, it doesn't involve burning hairs in genitalia area or hot wax.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
So you'll be shocked, just brace yourselves to know that tonight Zoe's not brought any alcohol.
I didn't.
She's just making a brew now.
I am.
Yeah, the fire's well underway now, so it's ready for a bit of cooking and brewing up. I've got 1 beer left, only bought 4. I'm going to save that because I've got chicken curry and rice, and it's like
Hot.
hotter than the meatballs I had last week. So I must.
You don't learn.
No, I don't learn. I just keep making things just spicier and spicier. I just love spicy food, or hot food anyway. Going to do that in a little while when Zoe's made a brew.
Time to get the tea out.
Yes, chicken curry and rice. It's got like jelly. Why has it gone like jelly?
It's just set, hasn't it?
Will it like go runny again?
It should, yes.
Here we go. It's looking all right now. Chicken curry and rice, homemade by myself to a secret extra spicy recipe.
Which involves throwing as many spices in as possible, obviously.
Obviously. I've even got some garlic and coriander naan breads to dip in this bad boy. Nice.
So I'm just going to put my cauliflower on now. Gareth's curry's finished.
Half of my curry.
Oh yeah, half of your curry. I forgot.
Smoke.
Yeah, there's another half in that tub. It doesn't all fit in this pan.
Right, so that's my second one. I'm just going to, well then, some nice hot embers in there. I'm just going to toast my naan bread. I am stuffed. I couldn't even finish my second one. Only little bowls, but well, it's a full-size meal for Zoe, one of my bowls. But yes, just chilling by the fire now. Zoe's messy area over there. As you can see, I'm highly organised here.
Oh, well, that's what the organisation was for 2 minutes ago.
It was. I've been organised like this all night. Zoe's just
Your whole life, in fact.
Zoe's just miffed because her area is a right mess. Oh no, disaster struck. Namely Zoe. This is
time for the...
yeah, she's emptied it in the baking tray. So it's starting to get dark now. Probably don't look at it on video, but it's not overcompensating for the low light. So just hung my lighting up. Don't talk about my lighting very often these days, but that's a little Phoenix EO3R. I've put basically, you know how people have a neck knife. I have that as a neck light. So that's a cool little thing. It's handy having something always around your neck once it's dark, especially if you don't wear head torches. And that is my head torch, which is a Phoenix HM70R. Had that for the last, well, this is actually the new version. I have had the other version, which is the same apart from the mount for the actual light, for the last how long have I had this Phoenix, Zoe? Probably well over a year. Yeah, I've been using it. I absolutely love it. I always take that out with me. And a little lantern for the tent, which is a through night, something called a TS1. This is a bit of a weird one. I'll just bring you over so I can put this down. So I've never seen it. So basically what it is, you can hook it up in your tent and it's got various modes on the light like that, so you can like high, medium, low and all that sort of stuff. But that's magnetic for a start, so which is quite good. You can hook it up in your tent and when you want to pull it off quick, no rude jokes please, you've got, you know, you've got it in your hand. But that pops out the case, and what it is an 18650 battery with a USB-C. So if you can see how that slots into there, but the the 18650 battery, sorry, it's got a battery level indicator on it. So press the button on the top for 3 seconds and yeah, you can tell what the battery is. But it also comes with a cable which you plug into there and you can charge your phone. It's what it is. It's got a USB-C. It's got a USB-C adapter that plugs into there, and then it splits 3 ways. So you've got a lightning connector for iPhones and things, micro USB and a USB-C, so you can pretty much charge anything up off that, you know, as an emergency power bank sort of backup thing. So it is a lantern primarily, but you know, at a push it'll charge your phone back up or camera battery or, you know, whatever you want sort of thing. But it's a bit of a funny one. Never seen one like this before. So it's all magnetic, so it kind of just slots in there and then that goes on there. But yeah, it's a weird one. That's the through night TS1, I think it is, something like that. But yeah, I mean, if you are looking for a lantern like that and it suits your needs, then why not? But yes. Right, Zoe's managed to put the fire out now. Yeah. Give it a good blow.
I will do.
So we decided to have the tent like this tonight. It doesn't give rain, so I think we'll just leave the door like this. It's quite nice. Yeah, and that's pretty much us really. Just Zoe giving it a good blow there. Watch your hair. Go on, Gil, give it a blow.
Stop filming so close.
Sorry. Alright, so it's about 10:30 now, nearly 11, I think, something along those lines. That's, you know, that's gone right out. Well, it's glowing a little bit, but it's really wet underneath, so should be alright. Right.
Time for bed.
Maestro, yes.
Yes.
Follow you. So we've just put our rucksacks either side, so you know, rucksack does lean up either side if you're wondering about storage. And then yep, right, let's go in. Right, so now we're inside. Get an inside view. Got a little hooky thing up there for your light. As I said, pocket either side in this tent. It's just turn around. Yeah, I think it's quite roomy. Seems big anyway,
It
doesn't
does
it?
seem big.
Seems
Yeah.
the bedroom just seems. I know our Polis is big, but the ceiling's really high in this. It just doesn't feel like a wild camping tent almost,
doesn't,
just
no.
because it's feels more like a campsite tent. But
Space.
yeah, but like I say, lightweight for the sheer size of it. It's really long as well. The bedroom. You'll have to check the dimensions online, but yeah, I'm looking forward to spreading my legs in here. Anyway, I think we're going to stay in the night, and we'll catch you in the morning for, I'd like to say bacon, but all I've got is like a kind of pot noodle thing and some double deckers, chocolate bars. What about you? You got bacon?
I didn't. Yeah, I brought bacon. Yeah, I didn't bring anything. I just got whatever I've got left.
Poor effort. Nighty night. Oh, look at that for a view to wake up to. Nice sunny morning in the woods. Beats looking at 4 walls anyway. Nice. Slept well in here. Nice and roomy. Good morning. Coming up to 8 o'clock now. Zoe's just put some twigs on the firebox to make a brew. But yeah, the tent was a really nice place to sleep in. Loads of room, like I say. Just spread out on top of the sleeping bags for the first half of the night. And it got a bit chilly, so we got in them. But got my axe by the door there. You don't know what maniac's going to creep up on you in the night. No, I don't normally carry it. I didn't carry that at all. That's what we leave in the woods actually. But yeah, really like it. Worked well. So you know, if you are 2 people looking for a nice roomy tent, definitely one to look at. It's weird because I looked at the pictures of this on the website. It didn't look that big, to be honest. But when you get it in the flesh and you get in it and stuff, it's quite deceptive. But yeah, like it. Nice. Like I say, the only downside I can see really for us is the guy lines could do with being a bit longer. But apart from that, there's no you know, no major negatives I can see at the minute. I mean, time will tell. We like to use these products and see if any problems arise. We'll use it and abuse it as we do with all the tents, and obviously let you know if anything does pop up. But I can't see anything being an issue at the minute. It seems to do everything it says on the tin. So these are the lightweight pegs you get with the tent. They're alright for you know, summer use like this when the ground's firm. They held absolutely fine, but winter on boggy ground, often, you know, you're not stupid, are you? You know that's not going to hold. So it's like anything. You take the pegs to suit the ground conditions at the time, rather than always take out, you know, the pegs that you get with a tent. But they're not bad. We've used these come on quite a few of the nature hike tents. Very light, but you know, it's you've not got a lot of insertable length, and sometimes you need a bit of extra grip. Good girl Zoe, she's got the fire roaring there, ready to get a brew on the go.
That's one thing that we like about this stove, is that if you keep moving these trivet bits, so if you put it in a cross, you can get 2 mugs on at once, or you can change them and have them parallel, and then you can get a big pan on, or a small pan. It's quite useful because it's got lots of notches.
So those of you who recommended the Altberg boots when I was looking for some new boots, still sticking with them. I don't know if you can remember, but they did hurt my feet quite a lot when you know, because I brought them brand new, so there wasn't worn in or anything, and the leather is quite thick. You know, it's high quality stuff. It's not your carry more stuff. And they was giving me a bit of grief where that seam there, when your foot goes at an angle, it was kind of digging into my bone on the side of my ankle. But they are softening up. I'm still wearing them on short hikes and camps where I'm not walking very far. They're not long hike ready yet. I think they would probably still hurt my feet, so I'm still on my old boots for the longer walks. But yeah, they are softening up nicely now, and they seem to be wearing quite well. Never leaked or anything like that. They've been leather grished up. Feet stay nice and cool even on hot days because they've not got the horrible Gore-Tex lining that makes you feel hot and sweaty, even though it's supposed to be breathable. But yeah, decent high quality boots. Just take a while to soften up. Should help now summer's here, because that softens leather up, you know, just being warmer anyway, and then using them, and they just need probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 months more good use and bending about and stuff. But yeah, sticking with them still, not ready to give up yet. It's alright, I'll film yours as well, don't worry. Popping it down there quick. I was just going to say, a great start to the day for the coffee, but Zoe flies her cupping at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Heaven forbid I miss it. Cheers. Can't believe you. Right, so we've had a bruise. I don't know if I'm going to bother with breakfast this morning, to be honest. Just going to start taking the tent down now, I think. Just have a leisurely pack up. You got any views or thoughts on this new tent?
Oh, I like this tent. It's really roomy, so we don't like kick each other in the night, which is always a plus. I really like this door feature where you can have it up or as a porch. I think that's a really cool feature, actually. Yeah, it seems really good. Ventilation was good in it. You could feel the breeze because it's got ventilation at the back and the front.
Yeah, it is well ventilated.
Yeah.
No condensation, but
no, none at all.
That's not always a reflection on the tent. That's more to do. That's more to do with the conditions and where you are, whether you get condensation rather than the tent itself. You know, we've been in single skins, woke up bone dry, been in single skins, and it's been wet. So same with, you know, double skins.
I think this one's a really good one for like the weather as well. It's a bit like the other nature hike tent we have, isn't it? Because it's got the big porch, so if the weather got really bad, you could cook underneath it. You can get sheltered from the rain and still cook. That's always quite good to have tents that are good for bad weather as well, I think.
Yeah, one thing I do like about nature hike tents is they don't put massive bright logos on the side. So I don't know if you've noticed, there is a nature hike logo on the side, but it's not, doesn't stand out. It's not in white or bright yellow,
Yeah,
or
like some.
I really hate it when tent manufacturers do that. If it's, you know, if it's a backpacking tent, you don't want to be stood out like a sore thumb. You probably guessed by now we don't like blue and red tents, things like that. Love them for campsite use, you know, red, orange, all that sort of thing. But you know, when you're out in the wilds, I like to be a bit more low key. So it is good that they don't stick a massive bright logo on their tents. I do appreciate that. So, didn't mention, but the poles are colour coded, and they are 7001 aluminium, whatever that means, but that's what they are.
Yeah, obviously there's a little tab on the tent as well, as you can see, to match your pole. So nice and simple, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah.
All helps.
To be honest, I thought the poles looked the same length, but obviously they must be a little bit different. But they are colour coded, so, and they are aluminium. There you go. Can't get it in the hole, Zoe. You need to open it a bit further, a bit wider. There we go. Yeah, once again that's the pack size there, so a size medium hand maybe. Yeah, not too bad. Obviously the bag it comes with is bigger, but it's not compressed, whereas I've compressed it in there, so quite a reasonable size. Right, tent was there, I'm here, Zoe's there, ready to go, so I'll leave you with Zoe's final words. She's like, you get.
I
Why?
know you do it every time. All I can say is sleep somewhere amazing yourself.
Bye.
Bye.